All right. I think so.
Yes, you mean.
Here we go. Hey, welcome, Jared Bartlett and Coach Mark Potter in the first round of the Substate tournament. Luke Grace knocks down a three-pointer for the Cardinals. After we get our technical difficulties figured out, we are joining you now with 4 minutes, 4:50 to go here in the first quarter. And Nickerson Panthers trying to get their first bucket, and they're going to get called off due to a charge. 11-0 is your score. Hey, Coach.
How's it going? We 3 threes and a bucket get you up 11-0 in a hurry.
So Cardinals up 11-0 again. This is the first round of Substate. The Cardinals, as the top seed, get to host this first round matchup. There's Harrison Middleton with another three-point basket. The Cardinals haven't been an early shooting team this year, but tonight they are hitting early and often.
Yeah, and they've done a great job of being patient enough to find the open look. And when they're open, they're a high percentage from the threes. But like you said, early in the games, they struggled a little bit, so it's a good sign.
14-0 is your score. 4:20 to go here in the first quarter of play. So Cheney Cardinals versus Nickerson Panthers tonight in the first round. Nickerson is actually the host. Jack drives and dishes to his brother Harrison. He's going to draw a foul. Foul's going to be on number 24 for Nickerson. Zach Perry, his first. Harrison Middleton, ball fakes now. Gets it over to Harrison. Drives baseline, takes it strong for the layup.
And when you shoot it well, if your shot fake is decent, you're going to get to the rim. And you've seen Harrison do that twice now.
Opens the floor up a little bit.
Yes, it does.
When you can knock down outside shots, and this Cardinal team has a bunch of shooters out there. Both Harrison's first bucket of the night for Nickerson. 16-2. Jack driving and dishing and finding Rylan Dozier for the easy bucket. Cardinals on a mission tonight.
Yeah, they're trying to get it early and often.
Nickerson with the ball now, trying to do something against this 1-3-1 defense the Cardinals like to play. Three-pointer up, no good by Grant Tatro. Cardinals coming the other way. Harrison Voth. Ball fake, dishes back to Dozier. Dozier
Beautiful.
Bucket. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Nickerson wants to talk about it as the Cardinals go up 20-2 with 3 minutes to go still here in the first quarter of play.
Beautiful pass right there. So
really nice. Cardinals moving the basketball. They're getting a bunch of open shots. And they're getting a bunch of layups.
Yeah, and they're, this is the time, as we always talk about, that you play for. And, tonight looks like it's going to be a fairly easy one after tonight. Then pressure starts getting put on a little bit more. And so it's going to be an exciting week for the Cardinals, both the boys and the girls.
Both the boys and the girls, as top two seeds, get to host the first round of Substate. So the girls will be here tomorrow night taking on the Douglas Bulldogs in a first round of Substate matchup. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, we'll be here and broadcasting that game as well tomorrow night. It's a fun time of year. We're on the home stretch. We really are on the home stretch.
It really is. It doesn't get any better than this time of year,
No, high school baseball, softball practice started today around the state. High school basketball teams are finishing up their season. State wrestling tournament just happened last weekend, so lots of activity as we head into the spring season. Track started today as well, I should mention.
All the outdoor sports, they're getting ready to have an incredible week here.
That's right.
The weather was phenomenal today.
Nickerson with the basketball. Again, trying to find an open shot against this zone, and they find one but can't get it to go. Carson Lynn with the three. Crowd the long rebound, but Cardinals force a turnover. So checking in for the Cardinals, Quincy Thomas and Keegan O'Shea. Harrison Middleton goes strong to the bucket after crossing up his defender. Cardinals back up by 20. Staying in that 1-3-1 zone. Full court press, I should say now. Quincy running the top of that and forcing a traveling call.
You know, we've said it before, but Harrison Middleton is so deceiving with his quickness. And got just a spirit about him that rubs off on the rest of the team. Man, he's had a heck of a year, as we talked about last game, and fun to watch that young man become the kind of player that he has become.
Nickerson now dropping back in his zone, forcing the Cardinals to shoot over, and they force a turnover. Pushing it the other way is Carson Lynn. He can't get the runner to go, and Middleton coming the other way finds Quincy Thomas. Quincy back out to Middleton. Middleton to Grace in the corner. Back to Middleton, long three-pointer, good. Harrison Middleton with his third three-pointer of the first quarter. 25-2 now with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Nickerson with the basketball. Lynn has it. Finds his teammate, Tyler England. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound, Nickerson. Strong take to the bucket after a rebound by Mario Ortiz. Nickerson gets their second bucket of the first quarter. Jack Voth now with the ball for the Cardinals. Has it on the wing. Over to O'Shea. To Middleton in the corner. Finds Quincy Thomas. Back to O'Shea for a three-pointer. No good. Luke Grace and Jack Voth keeping the ball alive. Grace comes up with it. Shot's no good. Nickerson pushing it out the other way. A little change of pace and a spin move. A nice
very nice
move
right
by
there.
Taylor England right there. He's just a sophomore. Jack Voth with the ball now for the Cardinals, top of the key. Speaking of sophomores, has been the floor general for the Cardinals for the last 2 years, and just a sophomore. Middleton gets it into Thomas. Back to Middleton. Three-pointer on the way. No good. O'Shea tries to go up and grab the rebound. Gets it taken away by Carson Lynn. Three-pointer on the way. No good for Nickerson. Middleton has it. It's going to heave one up at the end of the first quarter. No good. So we're going to end the first quarter with the Cardinals up 25-6 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back in a minute. Second quarter of play underway. Nickerson gets the first possession of the second quarter. Handling the basketball for Nickerson up top. Mario Ortiz gets the ball back to Garrett Crossman. Ortiz with it, guarded by Thomas. Good ball movement by Nickerson. Three-pointer up and on the way, and good. This time Grant Tatro knocks it down.
Showed some nice patience there, a little inside-out look, and had a good result because of it.
Nickerson staying in his zone. O'Shea kicks it out to Voth. Voth, ball fake, turns around and shoots. Good. Coach, they have not had a night where everybody is hitting at once. So far tonight, they have everybody hitting.
Yeah, and we've talked about the significance of that when it really counts, and here we are in postseason, and they're letting it fly, and good things are happening. So, ultimate goal is to hopefully get everybody shooting it well in the next two games as well. 2 games for sure
gets you into the state tournament. 2 more wins gets you into the state tournament. Now these sub-states, both boys and the girls have a really tough road. The defending state champion, one of the top-ranked teams in the state in the boys bracket is Heston. So Cardinals going into sub-state as the number 1 seed because they're undefeated. Heston, though, will absolutely pose a challenge for them on the other side of the bracket, assuming both teams get there. Girls.
Yes, they will.
Mario Ortiz with another 3.
Mario has come in and given them a lift off the bench.
Yes, he has. 28-12 is your score now. O'Shea with a 3 of his own on the way. No good. Jack Voth in there to get a rebound. Kicks it back out to Harrison. Harrison ball fake. Nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Gets to the bucket, 30-12, 6:20 to go here in the first half of play. Harrison gets the steal, is going to go in for the easy layup. And we're going to have a timeout. Nickerson's going to talk about it for 30 seconds as they're down 20 here with 6:09 to go here in the first half of play.
Yeah, Coach Field was telling him to go right there when it was a one-on-one situation, and unfortunately he ended up going into the double team side of it versus the outside of that part. So Harrison both had a fairly easy steal right there.
We talked about the boys having a tough road to make it to state. Certainly capable. Again, they haven't lost a game all year, so they are certainly capable of going through this sub-state as the sub-state champions. Girls have a similar tough road as they're going to be facing one of the top teams in the state in the Nickerson Panthers on the girls' side. Most likely if both those teams make it to the finals. But, a lot can happen between them.
Yeah, you got to take care of business first and one game at a time. And Cheney has obviously come out tonight and have not overlooked Nickerson.
Harrison both with the bucket and the foul. On the girls' side, you certainly don't want to overlook Heston as well. They're a very competitive team and have had a good season as well. So really good subs. The point of that is both of these are really good sub-states with a bunch of state-quality teams playing in a sub-state round before they get to the sports arena and play in the state championship tournament.
I had a little bit of time yesterday to kind of go through some of the sub-states in 3A, and there are a handful of them that are fairly stacked, but obviously, the 1 and 2 in the same sub-state is, it's just a difficult thing. So we've talked about it before, and, we just got to take one game at a time here, and then when it comes time, we just got to be able to weather the storm. That's what's going to be the difference between which team comes out of that.
Right. Turnover, Nickerson. Cardinals coming the other way with it. 5.5 to go here in the first half. Jack Voth with the ball, gets to the high post. Nice buddy pass from Brylan Dozier to cutting Luke Grace at the box, and Luke Grace gets it to go. The other thing we talk about this team, they have a lot of offensive threats. Both Luke Grace and Harrison Voth eclipsed the 1,000-point mark in this season, which is a pretty rare thing as well to have 2,000-point scores on the same squad.
It's very rare, and it just tells you the kind of offensive. We're just simply potent offensively because when you take. Jack doesn't even look for a shot unless he's open.
Right.
And he's as good or better shooter than some of these other guys. And he just runs the show, unselfish. And that's why they're 20-0. They've got some
everybody knows their role.
They just understand their role. And Dozier, not a lot of people ever talk about him. And there's another three-point attempt there by Middleton. But he's a really good player in his own right,
Indeed. does everything you want a tough, hard-nosed post player to do. Three-pointer on the way and good for Nickerson as Taylor England gets that to go. 37-15. Cardinals trying to find Luke Grace on the post. And they turn it over. So Nickerson ball going the other way. Cardinals now in full court man-to-man. Instead of that 1-3-1 full court press that they have been running. England with the ball, goes baseline. Nice little runner.
The guard made the correct decision that time as he attacked up the floor, and you saw the end result right there.
Again, just a sophomore, so he's going to be around a little bit for the Panthers. Luke Grace, corner three, no good. Harrison Voth finds the rebound. Ball fake, goes up. In front of the rim, no good. Dozier working hard to get a rebound. He's going to go up against three guys and draw a foul. Go to the free throw line for two.
You know, one of the things that I love watching with Dozier is, you know, when teams are playing a zone and we get that ball in the high post or mid post to him, he just slows down, just finds the open man, never seems to be in a hurry. And I think he actually enjoys the assist more than he does scoring the basketball.
Right.
Not that he doesn't want to score, but
sure.
You talk about their roles, like he's just so good at what he does.
Zach Perry checking in for Nickerson as Dozier gets the free throw to go. Again, Cardinals now in a full court man-to-man. Nickerson able to break it. Pushing it up the floor is Carson Lynn. Ball knocked out of bounds and picked up by Grace. Looks like he threw it off the
He must
Nickerson.
have hit Nickerson there. It sure didn't look like it from up here, but
No,
we'll take that break.
No, it did not.
The Nickerson player didn't seem to argue much, so maybe it did graze him as the ball was going by. I don't know.
I think players are taught, Coach, I learned this early, not to argue with officials. Middleton
Yes,
now
sir.
with the ball, gets it
Yes,
to Grace
sir.
in the high post, over to Dozier in the corner. Dozier is going to get the ball tied up. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession stays with the Cardinals. Harrison just kicks it into Luke, who knocks down a three. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Cardinals up 42-17. Nickerson with the basketball. Ortiz has it. Guarded by Grace. Over to Haggard. Back to Ortiz. Ortiz. Ball gets knocked away, and Cardinals coming the other way, and Harrison Middleton pushing it up the floor. He's going to draw a foul on the floor before the shot. Still going to go shoot a couple of free throws here.
Be the 8th team foul on Nickerson.
0 team fouls for the Cardinals.
Yeah, 0 team fouls, and sometimes that's a direct reflection of just being that much better than your opponent. And tonight they have been.
So we usually talk about this around the third quarter, but it is clear that the Cardinals are going to win this game,
Yes.
and it's not going to be much of a competition as Luke Grace just goes up and puts one back in. So as a coach, when do you start doing what we're seeing Coach Frieden do right now, getting some subs in and maybe getting a little bit of a breather? Certainly don't want any rolled ankles.
That's right.
Anything like that. How did you approach this this early as a coach?
You know, I really think there's a fine line because you want your guys, really, ready to go for the next game. But, it's obviously the outcome of tonight's game. And, I was just thinking right before you said that, we had our 5 starters in there, and then I was wondering the same thing, and here they come. So, it's I think every coach has a little different philosophy on that, but I would definitely be doing a lot of subbing tonight.
Right.
And, once you get this thing completely in the bag, which obviously it is, then make sure everybody gets in that rotation a lot. So Middleton's having a night.
Middleton for another 3. 47-17, and Coach Frieden couldn't wait any longer. He just calls a timeout so we can get a sub. So we can get a sub here, and so we'll have a few subs. Casey Messenger coming in for the Cardinals. Keegan O'Shea and Quincy Thomas.
People wonder why he called that timeout. He's trying to get those subs in that game, and that's a really important timeout to try to get him in and get him some time and get our starters out of the game.
"30-second timeout so the Cardinals can get some substitutions. As I mentioned, Messenger, Thomas, O'Shea checking in. Middleton and Harrison both still on the floor for the Cardinals. I mean, depth isn't exactly a strength of this team because they've had, 6 seniors that have been a factor in the program for, 4 years really. So, developing something for next year doesn't hurt. But, these guys haven't sat much over the last really 4 years.
Yeah, they've, there's some, obviously all those seniors are such good basketball players, and it's been hard for those younger players to get in the lineup. And so that's a tough one for a coach as well, trying to figure out, how much do you continue to leave them in and, can make sure they stay sharp versus trying to develop those guys for the future. And for somebody that might get in foul trouble,
Sure.
This week and next week as well, hopefully. So
Carson Middleton checks in, as does Hudson Ditchin. O'Shea, Ditchin, Thomas, Messenger, and Middleton. Messenger found the short corner as coach was asking. Now we're high post, and O'Shea pulls a 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Ditchin tracks it down, gets it to Thomas. Back to Ditchin in the corner. Quincy Thomas up to O'Shea at the top. Skip pass is a little bit short and coming the other way for Nickerson is Grant Tatro. He draws a foul. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Ditchin was he saw the open man, and it was actually the right decision. Had he did a little pass fake, but he was continuing to eye his receiver, and so the defender was able to anticipate that a little bit better. But next time maybe look him off a little bit, and then that pass will probably be there.
Tatro with the first free throw is good. Second one no good, and gets a loose ball rebound and puts a shot up. No good. Messenger with the rebound for the Cardinals. O'Shea finds Middleton in the corner. Back to O'Shea. Thomas, the high post. Ditchin with the 3. Back of the iron. No good. Rebound. Nickerson. England with the ball. 3-pointer up and on the way for Nickerson. No good. O'Shea with the rebound. 47-20. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Kick ball. So it's going to stay Cheney basketball. O'Shea has it. Finds Thomas. O'Shea's going to try again. Side of the iron. No good. Loose ball. Carson Middleton grabs the rebound. 6 seconds to go here in the first half. Middleton kicks to Ditchin. Ditchin, 3. And good. So an even 50 at the half for the Cardinals. 50-20 is your score as Hudson Ditchin knocks down a 3-pointer to end the half. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half of this first round matchup. All right, second half underway. Nickerson going to get the first possession of the second half. Cardinals up 50-20 to start the second half of play. Starters back on the floor for both teams. Again, Nickerson with the basketball. Three-pointer up and good. Right off the bat by Grant Tatro.
Nice little set play right there to get him open at the top of the key for a three.
Jack Voth coming the other way, guarded by Tatro. Nickerson in man-to-man. Jack Voth, we talked about him not looking for a shot. Took one there, looked good, but off the front of the iron. Nickerson coming the other way, trying to make a little run at some point here in the third quarter. Tatro with another three. Good.
He came out to play in the second half, didn't he?
Two quick threes by Grant Tatro. He's a senior. This is going to be his last game of his high school career. So, hey, go down firing.
Absolutely, and that's what he's doing.
Luke Grace also fired, and he knocks down a three.
Yeah, when we get that inside out, we get that post touch and kick out, we're deadly.
Luke Grace with the steal. He's going to find a wide open dunk for two. Wasn't sure he was going to get that one, but he just rose at the last minute and knocked it down. Tatro tries again. No good this time.
Yeah, he's got those long arms, and he found a way to get it over the top of that rim just to get the dunk.
Dozier finds a cutting Middleton. Out to Voth. Over to Grace. Ball fake. Over to Jack Voth. Corner three this time. Good. Oh, going to give him just 2 points.
That ball movement right there was high level.
Middleton picks a pocket and gets the layup to go. Timeout. Nickerson, 32nd. Oh, we're going to go full timeout. Middleton causing trouble there, picking pocket and getting the layup to go. 59-26 is your score with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take, since it's a full timeout, we'll take it with them. All right, out of the timeout, Nickerson basketball. England guarded by Middleton. Tatro takes another three, no good. Grace grabs the rebound. Jack Voth has it. He's pushing it up the floor for the Cardinals. Guarded by England, crosses him over. Jack dishes to Dozier, over to Grace, over to Middle, no good. In the corner, back out to Harrison. Ball fake. Kicks it over to Grace. Grace, step back. Finds Dozier at the high post. Dozier decides to take it in himself, draws the foul, and gets it to go. Dozier just stronger there than the guys hanging off of him.
Just used his body and got it off the glass and for an and one. And, you know, I know I keep saying this. He gets the offensive rebound and immediately kicks it out. Like, he just doesn't. And then he's like right there. It's like, well, nobody else is open. I think I better go ahead and go score.
And he did.
And he did.
England with the basketball now for Nickerson. Gets it over to Tatro. Guarded by Jack Voth. England. Cut off by Harrison Voth. Luke Grace tries to grab Steele instead grabs a little bit of arm there. Is going to get called for the foul. That's Grace's first foul. Cardinals' first foul. It might be their first team foul of the night.
I think they actually had a couple toward the end of that
Yeah.
Yeah. That was nice.
Nice cutting Carson Lynn. Gets the layup to go. 62-28. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Grace to Middleton. Middleton over to Voth. Voth skip pass to Grace. Grace three-pointer on no good. Jack Voth working to grab a rebound. Loose ball. Going to get called a jump ball there. I'm not sure anyone ever had possession to call jump ball, but official didn't know exactly what to call, so he called a jump ball. Cardinals retain possession. Luke Grace can't get the layup to go. Nickerson coming the other way. England over to Tatro. Dozier there with some defense. Pushing back Carson Lynn. Cardinals come the other way with it. Middleton has it. Takes it in strong, draws a foul. Foul's going to be called on Zach Perry. Middleton going to go to the free throw line. Shoot two. Middleton's first is up and good.
You know, we've had so much depth in the 4 years. And of course, Middleton's played, obviously, but man, the way he scores the basketball, had he played a little bit more, we would have had three. I don't know where he's at, but we had 3,000 point
Could have,
scores.
yeah.
But he's put up a lot of points this year, and just was kind of on that cusp of really doing that last year as well. So
would have been pretty hard to distribute the basketball enough for three guys to get 1,000 points.
Yeah, that is, 2 is unheard of, and 3 would just be an incredible feat. So, but as we have seen in this game right here, and granted, Nickerson's they're working really hard, but their defense is not great. That being said, we make the extra pass like we've been doing. I mean, great things are going to happen. We're just unselfish.
Quincy Thomas for three. Nickerson with the ball now. Tatro has it. Gets it over to Lynn. Finds a cutting Riley Lynn. Turns the ball over.
Great help defense by Voth right there.
Jack Voth, top of the key now. Guarded by Tatro. Gets over to O'Shea. Grace has it. Over to Jack Voth. Grace sets a screen and then tries to get position on the block. Harrison, three-pointer, short. Keegan O'Shea tries to save it and throw it off the defender, but they're able to corral it, so Nickerson comes the other way with it. Tatro has it, guarded by Jack Voth. O'Shea now and Voth on the basketball. Tatro turns and throws up the baby hook, no good. Cardinals coming the other way. O'Shea over to Grace. Grace finds a cutting Quincy Thomas. Back to Luke Grace. Back of the iron, no good.
Great movement without the ball after Luke tossed it inside.
Harrison Voth, three-pointer, no good. Off the dish from Luke Grace. Jack Voth working hard and gets the rebound. Tries to go up and has the ball knocked out of bounds off of his leg. So going to be Nickerson basketball. 1:41 to go here in the third quarter. Nickerson starting to get some other guys on the floor as well right now. Going to draw a foul as Riley Lynn takes it to the bucket. Foul's going to be on Quincy Thomas, his second team foul.
Nickerson has a couple of freshmen on their roster, so I know they're going to be looking to develop some players as the years next year and the years after.
They do. They're young, and a lot of those guys getting playing time tonight. Sophomores and freshmen on the floor. Quincy Thomas grabs a rebound off the Lynn miss. Harrison Voth with the basketball now, guarded by Ortiz. Voth finds a lane, goes to the bucket, gets fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line for a three-point play.
Pretty nice little move right there, penetrating past the defender and then finding a way to finish the end one.
69-28 with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Checking in for Nickerson.
Looks like our starters are probably going to get about another minute 16 if they're fortunate, and that's we've only got 2 of them in the game right now, so some other guys getting some playing time, and pretty good night for the Cardinals.
Harrison knocks down the free throw, so 70 even for the Cardinals, 70-28. Nickerson with the ball now. Carson Middleton going to get called for the foul. Going to the free throw line for Nickerson is Garrett Crossman, another freshman on the floor for the Panthers. First free throw is up and good.
Yeah, he has a nice-looking shot. Skinny young man, looks like a freshman. Going to have to put on a few pounds, but he might be a player before it's all said and done.
Second free throw for Crossman, up and good. Cardinals coming the other way. O'Shea with the basketball. Minute to go here in the third quarter. Checking in for the Cardinals is Aiden Lynch, as well as Caleb Wehrman, who takes it straight to the bucket and scores. Wehrman was Ortiz has a nice take for a basket. Wehrman, one of those guys that have got time early in the season as everyone sort of settled in their role. He kind of got squeezed out of some minutes and getting some nice minutes here in this first round of Substate.
And making it pay.
That's right. Crossman grabs the rebound, gets it up the floor. Has it now guarded by Lynch. Crossman pulls for three, no good. Ortiz gets the loose ball and tries to put it back up. But that's how the third quarter will end. Cardinals up 40, 72-32. We'll have a running clock here in the fourth quarter when we get back. All right, fourth quarter underway. Nickerson has a possession here to start the fourth quarter. Again, Cardinals up 40 here, so going to be a running clock on the floor for the Cardinals. Keegan O'Shea, Carson Middleton, Aiden Lynch, Caleb Wehrman, and Quincy Thomas. Aiden Lynch going to get called for the foul. Crossman going to go to the free throw line. So, Cardinals going to advance here in the first round. I'm going to pull up their bracket here for a minute so we can see what they have waiting for them. Again, a pretty good sub-state with Heston on the other side of the bracket. Collegiate also in this sub-state. So Cheney is going to get the winner of the Haven-Wichita Trinity matchup, which is underway right now. Haven also one of those schools that is playing well right now, as is Trinity for that matter. Cardinals haven't seen Haven yet this year. They've seen Trinity as we play in the same league. Been able to beat them a couple of times, obviously, as 20-0. So they'll get one of those two in the second round. Three-pointer on the way and good by Carson Lynn.
Well, and as we've talked about, we certainly, especially from a coaching perspective, I would never overlook anybody, and I know our girls and boys will not be overlooking anybody either. That being said, they're certainly going to have to play. It's not like it's you get to postseason and anything can happen. So I just like our chances just because of our toughness. So
very experienced team. Of course, so is Heston, the experienced. Keegan O'Shea hit a three-pointer, and Cardinals get called for the foul, which is going to stop. It's not going to stop the clock, but it's going to stop play, so we can get a couple more subs in.
I couldn't tell whether Keegan got over his hype number there, or whether he knew there were subs over there and he was going to go ahead and foul. I couldn't tell.
I think he was going for the ball and wanting a breakaway.
Yeah, he just hit a three, and he's kind of struggled a little bit tonight, so it was great to see him hit that shot there to hopefully get a little confidence going into the semifinals.
So 5 minutes to go. On the other side of the sub-state for the Cardinals, we talked about Heston as the 2 seed. They're 19-1. The Cardinals 20-0. So clearly two of the best teams in the state are stuck in the same sub-state. Unfortunately, they're not going to. Aiden Lynch pulls for three, no good. Not going to have the two of the best teams at Hutchinson for the state tournament. Only one of them can go.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I think, we talked a little bit about this, but I don't think I've made this next comment I'm getting ready to make. My observation is, when you're playing, whether it's, Heston in the championship or whoever it is to embrace the fact that there is going to be some adversity. And we haven't faced a lot of that this year. And so I think one really important thing for us is going to be, hey, if we do get down, there's a possibility of that, then no panic. Stay the course, continue to do what you've done to get to this point, and do not, start taking shots, trying to bring us back if we do get down. And the same thing would apply if the game was close.
Sure.
So just embrace the fact that it is going to be a little tougher, and the more mentally tough team may very well be the one that comes out on top. So.
Fortunately, again, we've talked about their experience, so this team has definitely seen adversity before. Just because they haven't seen it this year doesn't mean they've never experienced it.
Yeah.
On the other side of that bracket, Douglas will take on Collegiate in the 3-6 matchup, and Heston takes on Halstead in the 2-7 matchup. So Heston, assuming they're going to win their first-round matchup against Halstead, we'll get the winner of Collegiate versus Douglas, and you would think that would be Collegiate, who has a 14-5 record on the year, versus Douglas's 5-15 record. So the other side of that bracket's pretty stacked as well.
Yes, it is, and it's looking at those records, it certainly looks like we think we know who's going to advance and go forward. But I remember a time in Cheney, Kansas, when a team was 6-14, going into the Substate,
found a way
to get to the state tournament. Not just win a game, but win 3 games. And so anything can happen when you get to this point. And of all people, I think you and I are believers of that.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, we were on the other end of that as well.
Yes,
well.
we were. Yes, we were.
A team that was ranked in the top team in the state for most of the year and didn't make it to the state tournament. Carson Middleton takes 3 in the corner, no good.
After we had gone 2 consecutive years.
Right.
And so there's just no guarantee. That's why you got to go play the game and you got to get after it. Let the chips fall where they may. But whatever you do, don't have any regrets when it's all said and done.
No regrets. Lots of substitutions now for the Panthers as they're going to get some time. Let's talk just real quickly about that girls bracket because it's pretty good as well. We mentioned that the Nickerson girls are the number 1 seed on that side of the bracket. They're going to take on Collegiate tomorrow. And they're going to get a winner of a Trinity Academy versus Haven. And on the girls' side, we're taking on Douglas tomorrow night as the 2 seed. Douglas team we've beat a couple of times this year as well. And we'll likely get the Heston Swathers, who have a first-round matchup against Halstead.
Yeah, and who we mentioned a little earlier off the air that, they're playing really well. They've won 10 in a row at this point. So, yeah, both boys and girls have tough sub-states for sure.
Clock winding down, 56 seconds to go in this game. Cardinals up 77-39. Just going to try and take care of the basketball. Aiden Lynch pulls up from 10 feet, no good. Hudson Ditchin gets his hand on it, back over to Lynch, over to Wehrman. Wehrman tries to get it down low to Messenger. Can't corral it, 35 seconds to go. Coach, thanks for doing this again this year.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, Jared, and always have a lot of fun doing it as well.
I think that it's a nice service. I know that I have family that lives out of state, and they're able to tune in and see and hear games. Wehrman tries to get the putback to go. Messenger grabs the rebound. 10 seconds to go, and that's how this is going to end. 5 seconds. 77-39. Why not? Take a half-court shot to end the game.
Absolutely.
All right, Cardinals victorious. They advance in the into the second round of Substate. That game will be played in a couple of days in Nickerson, who is the host school. Again, Coach, thanks. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Always a pleasure.
All right. 77-39 is your final. Cardinals advance to round 2 of Substate. Have a good night, everyone.